Hi guys, happy Sunday. Today is the 31st of August 2025 and I'm doing some market preparation for the coming week, and I would like you to join to give you my overview maybe, and I hope that you will be able to participate here a little bit, get some useful information, and that's about it. My name is Roddy. I'm a trader now for over 2 decades. I know very good times, I know very bad times, and I'm experienced enough to give you, I believe, some good insight what's going on. So this is a weekly chart here of Bitcoin, and we can see now for the third week in a row, basically we have now falling quotes here and for a falling market in Bitcoin. So we had an all-time high here, and buyers showed up but weren't able to lift higher, and then since then we had a change of trend of break of the trend line here, and then overall we pulled back a little bit. So when we talk about percentages, we are currently in a consolidation, so no panic yet, no bear market yet, but we have consolidated overall top to bottom of this last cycle here of about 15%, and the 15% is okayish when it comes down to crypto markets, and we will have to see what's going on. So let me guys dig a little bit deeper into it. This is now a daily chart, and this is basically something where we can see more price action. We can see this was on the Thursday 14th of August, mid of the month, all-time high Asian session, and then basically we pulled down, and yeah, we formed a short-term trend change to the downside, and the question is, how far will we drop? Okay, and I would like to guide you through a little bit what I believe will be the case and what my preparation looks like. So first of all, on Friday then we had some selling pressure coming in, so the whole Friday was basically a pain for the bulls. We were able to the market was able to hold here. That level held, right? So this is a level back from July. Market tested it, and this is basically where we found some support, recovered a little bit on Saturday. Today it also looks already a little bit bearish, and we just need to check what will go on the next couple of days. There's a lot of news coming in. That's something I want to talk about as well. But when we only look at Bitcoin, it doesn't look bullish yet. There is nothing right now in place which tells us that we can have a turnaround already. So market drops. We had here this pullback into this area. No panic yet. It looks pretty structure as well, with lower highs, right? So we are forming one lower high after the other, and basically this is the start of a downturn, and we will have to see how it acts then in the coming days. So to the bottom, we have here next support at around 105,000, and then real main support comes in that area here, 100,100, about that area. Okay, and this is something where we need to check now what will happen, and we will have to find out if this level will hold or not. Nothing we can, let's say, foresee currently, because overall we will get a lot of news this week. Let me show you this. That's about it. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then next week it starts here. So we have news events coming in big Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So it's a huge week coming up, and unemployment rates, balance of trades, ISM numbers. So big numbers are coming in. So my game plan on Bitcoin is simple. Okay, first of all, I want to see if this 107,500 level holds or not. If we can, I could imagine that we can start to go up here again, 112,000 level, and then we need to check if this level can hold then midterm. Option number one. Option number two is different. Option number two will mean that we stabilize, or basically will have another swing to the downside, and we will get more volatility in the second term. I may make this red right now. And in the second one, we will get more volatility to the downside. Bad news coming in. As mentioned, we will get a lot of news this week. And this will target us here, this 101,000 101,500 level. This is something what I can see coming. It would mean that we would get another drop percentage-wise of about 5 to 6%. And this is something which can happen. Seasonality speaks for it as well. So I just would recommend that you guys have a look at the monthly overview on CoinGlass, for example. You can look at the seasonality. September isn't strong in the coin market anyways, so Ethereum as well as Bitcoin look really bad. Okay, this is something which would be really the bad case here, and then we will have to see how the markets act. What will I do? I will start, if we drop down here, I will start to do the following, what I try to do down here. I will start to DCA. Okay, so that's my game plan here. If we go there, if we start to reach the 103,000 level, I will start to DCA spot. Dollar cost averaging, so I will add spot positions and for the long-term portfolio. Okay, that's what I will do. So this is my game plan. I will trade futures when we are in this area of 107,500 to try to the upside. If we drop down, I will start to hedge, but also start to DCA on the long side, because again, I believe that this will be pretty cheap quotes here in that market in the long run. But that's my game plan there. It's undecisive a little bit because we have really strong altcoins showing up right now. So when we have a look at Ethereum specifically, we can see, as you can see, big trends to the upside and plus a lot of dynamic. Weekly chart looks strong. We have here some support. The next support is in Ethereum at 4,100 or 4,080. I don't see this really coming 4,080 this week. My guess is that we will have a kind of sideways consolidation, but we will go to new all-time highs in the next couple of weeks until end of the year. All right, it's always pretty difficult to say, hey, next week this will happen, but overall I'm really bullish there. I don't see any reason yet why we should see different. The short-term trend, really highly dynamic trend, was broken on the weekend to the downside. Or Friday we had some selling pressure coming in. That's normal. So in theory, the worst case or the bad case would be, just will do a different color there, would be really like this. Let me change it real quick. So that's here my different alternative. So very short term, DCA, I would start really to do in this 4,150 level, and I would be very happy to buy there. I do believe that we will go to all-time highs in the next couple of weeks. That's my take here on Ethereum. Quite simple, way more strength compared to Bitcoin. Also Solana was kind of the same, but very, very volatile. I will try to really buy Solana at this 188 level. I want to add. Solana looks relatively really healthy, and I don't really love Solana, to be honest, a lot, but it looks quite well right now. And so Solana for me is definitely a buy if we should go drop like to this 180 level. Okay, so quite simple. I buy it when it drops a little bit, so it would be an 8% drop. Would kind of be this let's say when Bitcoin drops as well a little bit, so we will get there. But then here we have good strength to the upside, nice trend to the upside, and it looks really kind of solid to let's say for more bullish movements. So Solana I like as well. Interesting, I just see this now. Chainlink was beautiful the last couple of weeks as well. Target zone $30 plus. Okay, we see some consolidation starting right now in the weekly chart. So everything above, I really hear is something I will be on the buying end. We see right now that the consolidation started a little bit. So we had a negative week last week. Every drop to the 22 area, 20 area, I will start to add Chainlink. Okay, that's basically what I will do. So I will buy Chainlink spot here when we drop towards $22 and $20. On the daily, we can see that we have some support here in that area, $22.80. But obviously, if Bitcoin drops a little bit further, consolidation will start here. And I want to be on the buy side here when we go to $22 and $20, add to my spot portfolio here. So it could be one more drop here as well. But that's expected. As said, we are on a bullish market movement. We have trend to the upside. There's nothing to be worried. So when we drop here further, it will be a good entry opportunity. I know it's not easy to buy when the markets fall, but when do you want to buy? When it's becoming cheaper or when it becomes more expensive? I traded AVAX last week. Looks okay. We have some strengths coming in yesterday. Trend to the upside. Less dynamic here though. I have a position open in the AVAX spot positions to the long side. Doesn't look that strong, but we look well supported here as well. When we have a look at the weekly chart right now here, we have here in the $23 area to the 22.20 area, nice support. So here we should definitely find and attract some buyers here. Area here. If we go below, obviously, then we have to see what will happen at the $21 area. But overall, also AVAX doesn't look horrible, quite good. Less dynamic though than compared to Chainlink. Had some, let's say, anger in paradise last week. I have a small SUI position opened, and we still have trend to the upside. But this support here is under attack. So specifically Friday, it was under attack. It's on the verge, to be honest. I think that we could maybe, if this $3.20 area holds, then hopefully we'll be able to go up. But this is kind of looking not so, well, let's say, attractive right now. We need to check how it really is. So we have had a downtrend forming since here. Right now, consolidation already 30%. So if we drop a little bit further, if we drop to the $3.10, I will add to the spot positions here because it looks then already relatively cheap. So if you would go a little bit further, 30% down, so in this $3.10 area, I will become active here as well to the upside. If we go here into this trend, $3.10 is the area I look at. You know, in the bigger picture, obviously, I want to wait for confirmation on the smaller time frames. HBAR, kind of the same scenario. We talked about it as well. Self-supported here on Monday, Tuesday, basically we found some buyers. Doesn't, as said, I mean, if we drop more in Bitcoin, obviously it can go quick to the 20 cents or 18 cents down here. I would be interested to buy further. Cannot really say right now. From the last swing high to here, we are already down as well, 28%. Lack of dynamic right now. And it's a little bit of surprise, and I believe also a little bit of concern, because the market really showed a lot of dynamics here to the upside when we in basically early July, and since then we're struggling and we cannot activate new buyers. A little bit strange, and we kind of have the same dilemma here in XLM, sadly. And this is a market I'm invested as well. I do have spot, and I have to say that this is kind of the same picture as well. Huge dynamic to the upside. So in 10 days, we moved over 100%. And right now we're consolidating. So we are already down 32% in that market. This 33 cents really have to hold. Other than that, we are really kind of in trouble. I will start to DCA here as well because I like it in general, but overall, be prepared for more downside towards, let's say, this 33.70 could be possible. So this is something I will have on my radar this week, definitely. Same picture like we saw in HBAR, huge dynamics, and then basically no buyers come up again, and it's a little bit sad. So we need to check what really happens here. The good news is we are already here consolidating quite a bit. If Bitcoin should hold, Ethereum should and Solana show strength, hopefully we'll be able to activate more buyers, and then next week hopefully it will look different. Right now doesn't really look. What else? ONDO. ONDO, we talked, or I had a discussion with somebody last week. I said, hey, there are two options. Option number one, really buy the breakout here. So this is the breakout trade. Didn't happen yet. If the breakout is over this 95 cents, then there's something we can do. Other than that, I really will start to try to buy down here and start to DCA. ONDO I do like. There's an update coming in ONDO, so I hope that there will be some guys coming up and who want to buy it. Overall, market still is not looking too active. Why? Because we have this huge block of resistance here, realistically, and since this block, 26%. Since the last swing high, we are down 18%, so nothing dramatic. But what we can observe here is quite simple. Here, especially, we had here a new high and then a lower high. So basically, there is definitely some bearishness going on here, and we need to check how the market will act here. We need some dynamic, maybe some news which help us to really go up. Yeah, that's basically how it is. Although I believe in, let's say, the idea. I'm also will to basically invest a little bit more when we go down. But obviously, if you do this, have your risk basically really under control. So don't overextend. Ethereum, Bitcoin, as to the end. Ethereum, Bitcoin, let's say relation. We can see that Ethereum is still showing strength compared to Bitcoin. This started here with this major update for Ethereum, plus there was some rate decisions. So basically we had the first dynamic breakout to the upside, and then we had breakout confirmation here, and the market really then rallied here to the upside, and then has a huge rally basically here over 60%. Trend is intact. It's guesswork when it will end, to be honest. So there's no really where we can see a potential target, because it's just guessing. Ethereum right now is hot. There's a lot of interest in Ethereum, and Bitcoin dominance goes down. And why I said we cannot really know exactly where we will end, because everybody was talking here about 70% as well in this Bitcoin dominance. Didn't happen. Bitcoin dominance falls and drops, and I wouldn't bet against it right now. So Ethereum definitely is the hot coin right now. There will be more people, more money going into it. My personal opinion about this, and I would like to conclude with this, I believe that we will be able to get some spot Bitcoin relatively cheap right now in the next couple of weeks. Do I believe that we will still go up here to higher levels even this year? Yes, I do. I will use this drop here to use DCA tactics to get in a little bit cheaper, to get better average entries here, and that's what I will do. I will do this in the spot market, and with the futures, I will be a little bit more careful this week until we have more clarity. What I could imagine really is that we will have a sharp drop to the downside, and then news related, we will go back up again. So I'm not really expecting a major sell-off this week. I'm not expecting Bitcoin crashing under 100K. So guys, thank you very much. It's an interesting week in front of us, and be more careful, be more calm, and really and use your analysis skills in order to make good decisions and not act too quickly. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Rowdy, over and out. Have a good week.